We are live, broadcasting live. This is the Conversation Room 101. Make sure it's only adults in the house. I need your mind to be open, prepared, and relaxed. Welcome to our home. Take your shoes off. We got some rules we need to go over. Be kind. No cursing in the chat. If you want to curse, call in. And no shouting out other channels. That's a no-no. We got one other rule. There is no judging our guests. It will not be permitted. Zero tolerance. And if so, you want to do that, guess what? We got security. And we will escort you out. Because over here, hashtag we don't care. We're going to be one big family. We're going to laugh together sometimes. We're going to cry. But we definitely going to pray. I thank the Lord above for everything. I lift him up and give him the glory. But you guys, right now, we're going to get our popcorn. And then we're going to see what's going on. And let me just park my car. And I'll be in there in a minute. I'll see you soon.
The Copyright Disclaimer Act. The Copyright Disclaimer Act under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news, reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is used permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
TeNika Shenette, the plus-size doll. Do you like to shop online but hesitate because of the uncertainty about sizing and the quality of some items? Have you came across an outfit that you love to rock, but girl, you want to know more about the company and how their items run first? I get it. Check out TeNika Shenette, the plus-size doll on YouTube for the latest updates in plus-size fashion and styles. She does the reviews that you can use. Timing is of the essence, but she will reach out to any company if she's not already signed with them. And get that item or a similar item to try it on first and provide that honest review on sizing, quality, and shipping. She does it all and often can get a discount code exclusively for her subscribers. So subscribe now and shop with confidence, knowing if you would size up, size down, or true to size. She also reviews wigs, bundles, hair products. Like I said, she does it all. Measurements are in the description as well as the contact information for business inquiries or collabs. So subscribe today to be a part of the dollhouse where everything is big, bold, and beautiful. The link is in the description box down below.
I decided to go into pre-law, then journalism, and with no academic focus, my grades took off in their own direction. You will fail at some point in your life, accept it. You will lose. I found that nothing in life is worthwhile unless you take risks. You will embarrass yourself, you will suck at something. There is no passion to be found playing small and settling for a life that's less than the one you're capable of living. I didn't quit. I prayed. I prayed. So you will catch a break, and I did catch a break.
Hey, everybody. Good evening. Thank you guys for showing up. You guys, today is October the 4th, 2021. Thank you guys for showing up. We are in the conversation room, and we're going to have an open topic, an open panel, you guys. If you want to come up, you can come up. If you've got something you want to talk about and we don't know what's going on, share. Make sure you share the live as you come in the building, you guys. All you got to do is, as you look, if you push on that arrow, that'll take you to the screen with the bars on top where it says like, dislike, live chat, share, report, save. You push the share arrow. I'll show you guys this share arrow right here. The share arrow right there. And that's how you share the live. So you guys know that we've been talking about 2 or 3 cases. And you guys heard my input about it. And I've heard a little bit of you guys' input. But I want you guys to know that everything that you guys are talking about and what you think about the situation, you know, I want to hear this stuff. Okay. So thank you guys for showing up. Let me see who's all in the building. I see Candy Richardson, Lisa Taylor, Zan, T-Star, Sonia Watts, Rita, Freddie Johnson, Valerie Montgomery. There's my girl, Valerie. All right. Rita's in here. Cheryl C. How you doing, Cheryl? Missing you. Dorothy, missing you. Nancy, Clarissa, how you doing? Dion Rose, how you doing? Is in the building. Okay, Miss Dee Dee is here. Timmy, how you doing? Thank you for showing up. Sugar T, how are you? How are you? You guys, I'm trying to make sure I speak to everybody. If I miss you, Carolyn McCoy, how are you doing? Don't get mad at me. JoJo Baby, how are you doing? Ruby Turner, how are you? Bam is in the building. How you doing, Bam? How are you doing? I hope I said hello to everybody. If I didn't, I'm so sorry. Let me know. Andrea Dupree, how are you doing? How are you doing? Adrian Dupree. I don't know why I say the name wrong. My grandson's name is Adrian. Yeah, Adrian. I say Andrea. Anyway, how is you doing? Tina Powers is in the building. Tina Powers done timed out somebody. They said hi, and let me see what's going on. View. Okay, hold on. Let me see. Tina Powers. Tina done came in blocking somebody. What's going on, Tina? Tina, what's going on? Stop. We can't be having problems this early in the chat now. Okay. Put your phone on pause. I know that was a mistake, Nancy. Don't get offended. Please don't. Bam says, I can't complain. I'm doing good. I am doing good. Betty, you are in the building. And Monique is in here. How you doing? Okay, you guys, let me get my comment section up so I can see everything. Because I'm seeing a little bit. Tina come in here just a blasting. You guys ain't got it. Come on. Anyway, so it's been a long few weeks. Yes, it has. Yes, it has. There's a lot of stuff been going on. Avalanche, how you doing? How are you doing? Gloria's in the building. She said, hey, how you guys doing? Let me make sure. And like I said, it is open topic. Whatever you guys want to speak on, I will put it up so you guys can come in here and speak on it. And the reason why we do this sometimes, first of all, there's a lot of stuff going on, but it's like the same news over and over and over. And I'm hearing content creators, the same news over and over and over and over and over. Matter of fact, I haven't went and seen a content creators channel in months. I just don't even go and see what's going on. She said, I'm sorry, that was an accident. I know it was an accident because she didn't say anything. She only put a flower up there. Tina done came in here. Pew. Anyway, thank you guys for showing up. But what are you guys thinking about this? And I do want to talk about it, but I don't want to overwhelm the channel with Brian Laundrie and Gabby. The reason why I say that is because here's my theory. I already told you guys what I think. I don't even think he's in Florida. I just don't. I don't think he's in Florida. Why in the world, if you had 4 or 5 day leave to leave, and I'm pretty sure he did. Why in the world would you stay in Florida? Because you know about it? Well, if they're going to come looking for you and you know you're not going to show up, you know you're not going to answer any question, why would you stay in Florida? Why? And especially if there's something more than just you didn't not get permission to use somebody's credit card. Now, the thing about it is, whose credit card did you use? Because it's 2 credit cards. Whose credit card did you use? Now, here's the problem I have, you guys. This is just my theory. This is my opinion. I don't believe that it's Gabby's credit card, especially with buffering over there. And I'm sorry. I don't believe it's Gabby's credit card because it's 2 capital ones. I'm not saying it can't be done. It can, because I got 2 of them myself. But what I'm saying, as her age being 22, she don't have a job. She quit a job, and she only had little bitty jobs where they was like minimum wage, maybe a little bit more than $1.50. You know what I'm saying? Because they said she only weighed $1.15 or 10. So I don't believe they're Gabby's credit cards. I just don't. I do believe it's those 2 women that was found at the campsite that they had visited. That's what I believe. That's what I believe. Salem says, I don't either. Okay. Carissa says, but still in a lot of pain. Okay, I don't know what you're talking. Carissa's still in pain, girl. Better get on up. I believe it may be one of the deceased individuals. I do too. And that's where, like, they're going to, that's when things is going to hit the fan. And his thinking is, if they don't find me, they cannot ask me questions. I believe he thinks if they don't find him, they can't ask him any questions, which is true. Look, they never did ask him questions before, so he cannot even lie. This is what people do. They be where they can be found, or they get in trouble, or they go driving knowing they ain't got driver's license, or they go get in a fight at a bar, and then, or they get a little bitty charge. They can charge you. They can charge you for anything. They can say, okay, you, they can pick you up and hold you for 24 hours. I think it's 24, 72. I think it's 72 hours, you guys, without charging you, and just be asking you questions. That don't mean you have to answer. You know what I'm saying? But they never picked him up. The only person they have talked to was Brian's attorney. They've never even seen Brian. They was like, oh, we know where Brian is. Now, when it's time to go ask him questions, where is he? They're like, we don't know. Did you ever know where he was? I heard on the news this morning he was trying to get to California asking for directions. Oh, really? And how do you say your name? Kitty? Kitta? T? Judy, how you doing? I see you in the building. You know FB, Twitter, etc. is down. It seems YouTube is having an issue also. At least it plays and can comment. Exactly. There's a lot of stuff going on right now when it comes to this internet. Oh, yes. Yes, there's some buffering going on over here, and I don't know why, because it's hooked up on the same thing, but I've got my other stuff going, and it's looking okay. It's a little red for me, but it's okay. Hey, Barbara, how you doing? Well, he better stay gone. Let me see. Well, let me see what you're saying. Barbara says, well, he better stay gone because they have a warrant out for his arrest. Yes, Barbara, but the warrant is not that huge. And let me tell you about that warrant. They can fight that. I believe that they can fight this warrant because here's the thing. He left before the warrant was issued. He can always say he went to Alaska and, you know, he told his attorney to handle it. He went to Alaska to get his mind together, or he went and took I always want to say this word, and I never can remember how it is pronounced. where you go and get away from the world and put yourself in confinement. A lot of the Japanese and Chinese people, they do it. Buddhist people, they do it. But they put themselves in confinement and they don't want to hear nothing of the world has to say. They don't want none of your food that's got all these chemicals in it that's taking us all out and making us act crazy. Subbiblical. Adrian said it's called subbiblical. I think that's what it is. Subbiblical. I think you're right. I know it started with an S. I can never even trying to read it. I don't know. But yes, that's what it is called. And if he went and did that, and it's like, yeah, kidding, it's like a retreat. It is off the grid. So all of you guys are right. But if he went and did that and say, you know what, I turned off my phone, I enclosed myself with nothing but my God or whatever. I didn't know there was a warrant out for my arrest. I didn't know. Now, they still going to say, okay, well, you ran, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to give you 20, 30 days, whatever. They can give him 20, 30 days. It's no big deal. I don't think he's going to have a problem doing that. Sabbatical. No. Sabbatical. Anyway, you guys, I want to hear your thoughts on what's going on, because dog is really in there. Sabbatical. I said sabbatical. Come on, Lisa, now. It's called asylum. What do you mean? Asylum. It's called asylum. No, it's called a sabbatical. It's called the sabbatical. So let me go out, because this is all over the place anyway. And let me look it up and see. Sabbatical. How to spell it. It's a period of, that says a period of paid leave granted to a university. She's always on sabbatical. I don't know about that. Or appropriate to the Sabbath. What does it mean to go on sabbatical? A period of time during which someone does not work at his or her regular job and is able to rest, travel, and do research. You guys understand? I'm glad I just figured that out. It's a period of time during which someone does not work at his or her regular job and is able to rest, travel, and do research, and etc. Asylum is where criminals go for protection. Really? I didn't know that. I did not know that. Seminary. Y'all got all kind of words for this stuff. JoJo Baby said, or hide. That's what I'm saying. That's what I would call it. Just hide. So I don't know. Some people say he's in the Appalachian area on the trail, and I'm thinking, no, they would have that. They would have that taken care of with no problem. I don't think he's in Florida. She says, I know this for sure. Look it up. Salem said, I know this for sure. Look it up. Salem is where criminals go for protection. Okay, I will look it up. You want me to look it up? I'll look it up. She said, I know this for sure. Let me see how you spelled it. ASYLUM. Assailant. The protection granted by a nation to someone who has left their native country as a political refugee. That's a political refugee. Political. So this is not political though. Well, maybe he think it's political. So I guess it could be something of that nation. If you're eligible for asylum, you may be permitted to remain in the United States to apply for asylum. File a Form 1589. Okay. 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 I did. I looked it up. I sure did. Let me see where you guys are at. So, check this out. Asylum. I don't even think Brian is in the United States at this time. The church lady just spoke. She says she do not believe he is even in the United States, which, you know what? He don't have to be. I told you guys, they are not going to find him. Kay says they're not going to find him. See, I need to see sabbatical. Yeah, sabbatical. We said it. You got it. Okay. SP, you can have a warrant not knowing you have one. Real talk. I understand that you can have a warrant because he knew that there were situations between, the young lady that he dated came up missing. So, of course, you did know that they wanted to speak to you or whatever. But, I mean, still, what I'm saying is before they gave him the warrant, he was already gone. Yes. True or not true? He was already gone. So how you going to tell somebody to stay, hang around? They ain't spoke to him. He got him attorney and he bounced. Or his family got him attorney and they bounced. I just thought, I don't think they would have put a warrant out if they didn't have a reason to. And his lawyers would tell him to get back here if his lawyers know where he's at. A good lawyer, his lawyer probably don't know where he's at. And it's best that he don't. Because I don't think a lawyer is going to put himself at losing his whole career and his job at jeopardy if he knew where this young man was. I don't think his lawyer knows where he is. And he don't want to know. And they might even tell you that. Listen, I don't know where he is. Don't tell me where he is. Don't even talk about. I mean, if you know where your son is, the best thing is to get him here. It's probably not the, best for him. But I'm just saying. And that's why when the Laundries had to talk to the attorney, he did not talk to them on the phone. They got in their car and they drove 2-3 hours to go talk to their attorney. He did not want to be recorded, made sure that probably they didn't have a wire on him. And he probably told him, look here, this is what it is. Now, attorneys usually don't put themselves on the wrist like that unless you got really big money. And I hear the Laundries don't have as much as money as people say they had. I mean, the house don't look all of that. I mean, for it to be in Florida, yes, it is nice to have a home and they have nice vehicles, but I don't think they got that much money. Brian family has money. I believe they are paying the local police, which is why they didn't put a real effect to catch him. They knew he wasn't at the swamp or the resort. Well, church lady, where they get all this money from? Because his mother used to work for something in the law enforcement or some kind of legal office. That's all I know. But, I mean, she's probably retired now. And they probably living on their retirement fund. But I don't know if they got a whole bunch of money. A sabbatical is what pastors do when they're trying to hear something from God. Not only pastors do sabbaticals, I know that. But when they go on and they call it a sabbatical, when they're trying to make a decision in what to hear a word from God. Okay. So I believe you. I do know that they do that. But usually when they go on the sabbatical, they do more than just just get away from the world or close the door and confine themselves. Sometimes they fast. They mostly, a lot of times, 9 times out of 10, they'll fast, but we all know that. If you really want to hear from the Lord, fasting is the best thing to do. I'm just being honest with you. I've never had a problem with it. When I want to get an answer, and I don't think, I think I'm making bad decisions or something. And you don't have to just fast on food. You can fast on TV. You can fast on going to bingo. You can fast on putting on certain clothes. Anything that you like, and you take it away from yourself. That it could be cigarettes. It could be playing dominoes. It could be, dancing. It could be music. It could be anything that you can fast on. But a lot of people, like an everyday thing like eating, we think we need, when in all reality, yeah, we do need vitamins and minerals and stuff. But yeah, D Diva says yes, monks do it. And then Miss Didi says, chill, Brian is not in the state of Florida. Exactly. Love those fingernails. Dog is going to find him. He hates to lose. Dog is going to find him. I believe Dog is really putting a lot of pressure out there. Now, I don't know Dog that well. I've seen him on TV back in the day or whatever, and he's a little aggressive, and he's got the right equipment. Yes, he does. He got the right equipment. He got dogs. He's got people that he's got a lot of contacts, and that's what people don't understand. Once you have a lot of contacts, people you done did favors for, people, owe you favors and stuff, you can ask for stuff and know that you can trust that person not to tell. So I believe Dog do have a better chance of finding them. Now, I need for everybody that knows this answer, please put it in the chat, because I heard that because I was out taking care of business all day today, but somebody told me that the reward money is $40,000. Is that true or not? Is it now $40,000? That's not a lot of money, but for him to be just, under the warrant for the using unauthorized credit cards, $40,000 is a lot of money. Is that true or is it not? Dog is just a distraction. Who said that? Dog is just a distraction to this case. That's her opinion. Okay. People are more likely to talk to Dog instead of LE. You're right. Hey, T-Star, how's it going? Woman scoring 1. How you doing? Haven't seen you in here in a while. Welcome back. Okay, Valerie says it is 30,000. Okay. Wow, that's still more money than what I knew, because I remember somebody had put was it a 10,000? No, I think it was like 20,000 or something. And then somebody came. Yes, one attorney and 10,000 from another. Oh. See, this has turned into a 3-ring circus. Oh, Apaterica says it has turned into a 3-ring circus. Salem says, yes, ma'am. I heard it was 170,000. I don't know about no 170,000. What are y'all talking about? The kids made me late. Oh, it's okay, Princess Pisces. Trina's in the building. She said, hello, family. Speak all the time. I never get recognized. How you doing, Trina? I see them from Louisiana, Kentucky. I've been with you since the cupcake case, and I never get recognized. Shaking my head. What are you talking about, Trina? What are you talking about? Trina Taylor, what are you talking about? You getting recognized. You up in the house. Trina. All righty. We're just right now. I didn't see you at the beginning, but I see you right now. And sometimes when you come in here and I see your name up there on the top, that's why a lot of people come in here. I get used to seeing your name, and that's how I I go, but I go down the line. And if you have a comment, if you're talking to somebody else, then guess what? I don't read it because it says, like right here, Bam is not talking to me. Bam is talking to T-Star, and she's got an ad on there. So I know she's not talking to me. So, and you know what? You can always come up here on the panel, baby. You're very welcome. And I'm happy to see you in the house, to be honest with you. Hello, how you doing? I know how it feels to, come in and nobody speaks. But trust and believe, I know Sonia Watts always speak to everybody that come in here. So I know that to be true. But this is actually, I've probably seen your name before because I know you're not new. You know how we do it in here. Get on in here where you fit in. Miss Dee is saying, I think Brian has gone to a country that does not extradite back to the U.S. And the church lady says, I'll settle if someone just go off with his head. What? Oh, Lord, church lady. Okay. Cupcake says, no, it's 50,500. We need to get some confirmation what it is. Because, see, you know what? I don't live nowhere near Florida. But guess what? I was driving down the street today, and I seen a young lady and a guy had a backpack, had one of those camping backpacks on the back of their back. I looked at him really good, but he had a beard and everything, but I don't think it was him. I was like, I don't care where you at, what state you in. Look, that's why we always try to put his picture up there, but we don't want to get in trouble because really, only thing Zan said it's actually $100,000 now from $40,000 from attorneys in Florida, $10,000 from Dog, and $50,000 from Utah Bizman. And I know there was a $20,000 that came from this one attorney. I know that for a fact because I remember. And then Judy says, I know yesterday it was $30,000. So Zan say it is actually $100,000. TJ says the most I done seen is 30,000. See what I'm saying? Cupcake says 50,000 is the reward money now. See, nobody can be in agreement because it done went here and there. Yep. Hey, Bam says I'm here, but in the bushes most of the time. Yes, you are. I still believe he is dead. Afaterica says not to be cold and callous because he is a human being, but I think they have found scraps in that reserve. The clothing DNA is being used to confirm those scraps. Okay. Yes, she do. And that takes a while. All right. I would love to come on the panel. Okay, come on up. Come on up. I'm putting the link in the chat right now. There you go. There you go. And there you go. And I'll pin that message. So if anybody else want to come up, come on up. We're 35 minutes into this and we're just talking. It is open panel, open conversation. What do you think? Whatever you want to talk about, let's get it. How to learn to listen more on Talk Less. Okay. Miss Trina, don't take it personal. The chat flows fast because we're all in different parts of the world. But it's no harm, love. You're welcome here. Yes. Let's make Trina feel at home because she said family when she came here. So she knew. She already knew. So I knew she had to be somewhere up in. She'd been here before. I've seen her name before too. But I know some people be like, oh, you don't never read my this, that. I'll be like, I don't see it. And sometimes you guys, you know, it do. If it goes fast for you, you got to remember, I'm reading something. By the time I get done reading something or posting something, there's 5 or 6 people done said something. So I may have to skip or I'll be a whole hour behind before it gets done. Yes, all the mods, when they see you post, and SP, the only YouTuber that has ever addressed me. Oh, yes, JoJo. Yeah, we don't want nobody to come in here and feel like they left out. We sure want you to be welcome. Come on in. Okay, we got somebody coming up on the panel. Who is it? Hey, Cheryl, good evening to you. How you doing?
Hey, SP.
I'm glad you came up here with me.
I know it's been a while.
Yes. What's on your mind?
Well, I've been following this kind of like behind the scenes, and I don't know what to think anymore. I don't know how it could be that he's not really been found. I don't know if he is still alive. I don't know.
You think he's dead?
I don't know if I think that. I do think that his family helped him in some way.
Okay. Trina's
Hello.
up. Hello. How
Hey.
you doing?
How y'all doing?
We
Hi.
doing good. What do you think's going on with Brian? Cheryl just said she think he's probably dead.
I think he might have killed himself. I don't know. I really don't know. Nobody goes MIA just like that. I mean, I don't know. He might have went underground somewhere, but I really don't know.
You know, I don't believe that he would kill himself because he says that he's a survivalist. A survivalist don't think of like killing themselves. But I do believe that sometimes that families do have those underground bunkers, places all over. They could have purchased one or whatever. And you're not going to find them until he's ready to come up.
And another thing is, I know that there was surveillance footage of them going camping as a family together, and that 3 people entered at one date. I don't know when that was, and then only 2 people left.
Right.
And that when they returned, they had a whole different camper. So obviously campers can't go across the water. So I don't think he left the country.
Right.
I mean, unless maybe Mexico, but I
will something about Florida.
I will expose my kind. If you don't know Spanish and you're in Mexico, I feel like the cartel will expose you just to get the money.
Right.
So I mean, that's the only country, I mean, I guess Canada that you could get to from the United States, like say he did have a camper.
Mm-hmm.
But if I was trying to be low key, I don't know if having a camper would be the vehicle that I'd want. You know, they're kind of noticeable. They're big compared to a car.
Right. Zan, are you in the building?
Yes, I am.
What's going on?
So I sent you the checks, and the reward for Brian is currently $180,000.
Oh.
A gentleman in Utah put up $50,000. Dog put up $10,000 of his own money. The money out of Florida. So the current reward is $180,000 as of this morning.
Oh,
and I sent you the text with that information.
Oh yeah. Okay, I'm looking at it now. Yeah. Yeah. We needed confirmation. Okay. Yep. Dog put up some money. It says he's added 10,000 to the standing reward money, which stood at 170. So it is 180,000. But this says before Chapman's contribution. So it could.
Whose contribution?
Before Chapman's contribution. It's 170 before Dog. Because Dog is called Dwayne Dog Chapman.
Right.
So it is 180,000.
Right.
Okay, we got it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Wow, that's a lot of money. I'm glad to know
Oh,
it's
no.
It is a lot of money.
For what? Just using a car that could have belonged to somebody? Now that I didn't used to think that he was connected in any way to the women, the other couple that was found deceased. I didn't think he was, but now I don't know. That's a whole lot of money.
Well, can you tell me whose car did he use?
They didn't
Was
say
it hers or the two women that was dead, found dead?
They didn't say whose card. They just said an individual's card. They didn't say it was Gabby's card. So I'm just, if you kind of put, see, I always thought that he had something to do with them two other women. Because one thing is they worked at the restaurant, the Sunflower, whatever it was.
Wait, they worked there too?
One of the ladies worked there.
Oh, the Moonflower Co-op or something where they got in a fight.
Yeah, one of the ladies worked there. And you got to remember, they got stopped on the 12th. They were arguing and fussing or whatever at the Moonflower place. And then on the 13th, the two women came up missing.
So that's why I asked that, because that's where I'm confused at. Whose car did he use?
Here's the theory. Okay, let's say, hypothetically, pure speculation, that he did have something to do with the other two women, and I feel rude that I don't know their names, but let's say he did have something to do with it. Do we think he harmed them first and then Gabby, or do you think he did all three of them in the same day?
Well, this is what I think. I think the argument, because didn't the two young ladies come up missing before they stopped them? The police officer stopped them?
Only thing I know is,
I don't know.
The last time they were seen was, they're saying they didn't see him between the 13th and the 18th.
Yes,
you see what I'm saying?
Yes.
So they must have been seen on the 12th.
Right.
Now, I don't know if she was at one of the ladies' name is Caitlin. I know that. I can get her name because
Kylene, something like that.
Yeah, and they
TeNika, I don't know. I was just thinking that, like, they made a comment, like he was probably using one of those parents' cards. Like, I wonder, did he use one of his parents' cards?
No,
but his parents wouldn't give him that.
That's what I'm saying. If we know if he was stopped before the women came up missing, then for them not to say, because you got to think about it. If he's with the young lady that's deceased, it wouldn't be no issue of him using her card, right? And for them not to say whose card he was using, you would think it would be the two young ladies' cards that was missing. Remember you was talking about nobody really has two cards of the same company? Well, I do. I do got two Credit One cards.
Right. Okay? I do too. But here's the thing. Yeah, here's the thing. But when you think about it, it took you to be of a certain age and financial status to have two cards of the same.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
But this is Gabby. Gabby's 22. She's a young
I don't think they was Gabby's cards, because it wouldn't be an issue if it was Gabby's card, because they was together, right?
Right.
Doing this trip.
Yeah.
So, it wouldn't be an issue. In my mind, what I'm thinking is it got to be related to the two women that's missing.
Right.
Because they're not seen. That's just my theory.
Right. Right.
So,
because
they would say it wouldn't be no issue if it was Gabby's card, because they know they was together on the trip. They would say, oh, he used Gabby's cards and da-da-da-da-da. But no, they're not saying that. They just saying that they want him for fraudulent use of credit cards of two different, well, two capital ones, right?
Right.
And they're not saying whose they are, but we know these two women are missing.
Right.
Or, well, deceased.
Yeah.
So that's why that's in my mind that he's in connection with that, with the death of those two young ladies. This is my theory.
Did it ever come out about how they were found dead, or like what was their manner of death?
They were shot, wasn't they? They were shot.
Yeah.
Okay.
They were shot.
And no
Yes,
word on
ma'am,
that.
they were shot.
And they
And
hurried
then
up and
somebody was
said,
seen riding the motorcycle in town.
right. Exactly.
So that's why only thing you can do is put two and two together and just think, well, they not saying it's Gabby's card, but we got two deceased women. They not saying whose credit cards they are. They sure ain't making no fuss about if it was Gabby's, because we know that him and Gabby's taking this round trip around the world. You see what I'm saying? So I feel like it's in connection with the two deceased young ladies. I could be wrong, but they're not telling us who they are. But we know we got two deceased young ladies.
Right.
Right? That's
Right.
all I know.
Well, we got two deceased, but it could be more stuff going on.
Yeah.
And they haven't said anything because they know that the public's gonna go crazy.
Yes, ma'am.
You hear anything else? Like,
and we don't know how we know it was ruled homicide, but we don't know how it was done to her, right?
To Gabby? No. They were saying that they used her tattoos to identify her.
Only thing we know is that they claiming it's a homicide.
Right.
We don't know exactly what he did to her or whatnot, but we do know it's a homicide. That's all we know.
Do you think
this is bizarre to me.
Do you think they know yet, or they still have to wait for that? Or they purposefully not telling because maybe it is connected?
Well, they know.
I haven't heard anything about autopsy.
But they're not going to tell us.
You think it will ever be released or no?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
At some point. Okay.
Well, it'll come out at some point, but they ain't said
just not yet
physically happened to her yet. Okay. I think he pushed her off the cliff or something.
No, I think he strangled her.
That's what I thought too.
Because it's personal. You know what I'm saying? It's up close and personal. I'm angry with you. And he lost control. And when I say lose control, mean, you're going to keep making me. Yeah. And I think he was a little bit upset about getting stopped by the police.
Oh, yeah.
Her defending him. And he got all these scratches. And then they were going to arrest her like she whooped him and made him look like,
Yeah. Yeah, I seen that. I seen all of it.
Or I also think maybe she was stabbed, if not strangled. Stabbed just because that's also personal. And you figure if he was is this outdoorsy guy, he might have like a pocket knife to do, keeping the camper.
Yeah, but didn't they have to? They said they couldn't get her body for like 3 days. So wasn't she down somewhere?
I don't know.
I don't know either, Miss SP. I don't know either. This is really bizarre.
I tell you what. I don't think he's dead. I think he has, from day one, I've always thought he has something to do with them other girls, and I just do.
Yeah, me too.
And they were trying to wait it out, but he just jumped up and left, which he didn't want them
to you mean to like make sure they had him for everything?
Yeah.
And then he took off in the meantime.
Well, if they would have they first said that, Gabby's death has no connection to these girls. I thought to myself, you cannot say that it has nothing to do with it. You don't know who it had to do with it.
I
It was
say
very
it
close
was
by too.
before they pulled him over and stuff, and that's why she was steady crying and crying and crying. I think that's what the argument was about. You know, I'm not sure, just saying. You know, she want him to shut up. He want her to shut up. But at the same time, I'm thinking if this occurred before they pulled him over, I believe that's what it was about. Because who's just gonna just be crying and crying and crying?
Well, what about this, you guys? Think about this real quick. This just came to my mind.
Okay.
Now they said that they hadn't seen them since they haven't seen the two girls since the 13th. Now nobody said that they seen them on the 12th, but they could have. But what if they stole their credit cards and was using those credit cards at the whatever, the moonflower, whatever, and that's why they got all agitated and all this other stuff.
It could be, but what
and
about
maybe
also,
Gabby didn't know he took them and then found out.
Right?
Mama, let me just kidding.
Or they were getting all upset because remember he was so angry about how much it cost or something. He was getting agitated with the waitress, and that could have been the waitress. Caitlin could have been the waitress there for him that night too. And then when they got into it with Caitlin, he was like, well, whatever.
What about the people he was trying to pay the $200 to get him 10 miles away?
Do you believe the hitchhiker thing?
29.
Do you guys believe the hitchhiker story?
That she took him somewhere for the $200?
Yeah, maybe
right. And then he was like, oh, yeah, you think that happened?
Yeah.
That was really
I'm saying if it was beforehand, they pulled him over.
No, we wrote down, it was 27, 28,
I
29.
I think the hitchhike would have been after Gabby.
Yeah.
Was last heard from.
And
I do not think
Gabby was seen was on the 25th.
Yes.
I don't think
on the 25th
either.
See, that's why I'm telling y'all, I'm confused. I'm so confused.
Because why would you text if you don't have service? Why would you text? Or how could the text go through that you don't have service?
It wouldn't go through.
And then I also had heard something that they weren't even supposed to have been scheduled to be in Yosemite. She had like a whole agenda, like itinerary. And when he sent the text, it was not even on their schedule to have been in Yosemite yet.
Evelyn says all after they pulled over even the two girls murdered. Well, no, the two girls murders, we don't know the date and time of the murder.
Right.
They came up missing. They said, do anybody got any information on Caitlin and whatever her name is, Karen or whatever?
Oh,
from
Crystal.
From the 13th to the 18th.
Mm-hmm.
So if nobody seen them between the 13th and 18th, they could have been dead
beforehand.
Any of that time. They could have been dead on the 12th.
That's what I'm saying. I'm confused.
Because nobody seen them after the 12th. Because if you're saying last time somebody seen you was on the 12th, well then, have anybody seen them on the 13th to the 18th? Because we know where they were on the 19th when we found them. But have anybody else seen them?
Yeah. I'm not sure, Miss SP.
And you know what?
That's the part we need to figure out, because I'm trying to figure out if this stuff was beforehand or after. It only makes sense if it's beforehand. It don't make sense afterwards to me.
Avaterica says a family friend found the remains on the 18th. Okay. Yeah, I remember she went looking, and she's a TikToker, so she went looking and found them, and they were shot. But
maybe he was trying to rob them or something.
Yeah.
And also, do you think I'm sorry.
Maybe that's how he got the card.
You're right. Do you think he called his parents like on the drive home, like, hey, yeah, Gabby's not going to be with me? Or do you think he just showed up and they were like, where the heck is she? Or do you think he called them on the way and was like, they started to get the plans together? I don't want to put them involved if they're not, but how do you, he's 23, he does, or 22, whatever, how old he is.
He come home and y'all go camping like nothing ever happened?
I know.
Okay,
well,
so
I think
Alpha Terica is saying on the 13th, Kaylin and Crystal was seen hung out with friends several hours on the 13th. So it would definitely be after the situation. But could he have stole their card or whatever?
Well, and it also said at Woody's Tavern in Moab, which is in Utah, that's where they got pulled over by the police and all the body camera footage.
Right.
But see, that's the part we don't know. That's why I'm confused.
Ooh. Mary said he probably noticed.
You know.
Hey, that's the girl from the restaurant, and he snapped on them. Or maybe he recognized them because they probably remembered him if he was putting up a scene. Or remember Gabby from being all upset at him for putting up a scene that she went back in to apologize.
Right.
Supposedly.
He probably, Bron's probably a type of person don't let go of something when he get mad. And the woman, okay, and I'm just saying this. I'm just being honest. He was into it. He was angry about a bill, but he was arguing with a waitress. Now, okay, the two women, they're gay. They're married. And I can see one of the women being the more
aggressive.
Yeah, manly woman trying to take up for Gabby, and Brian probably didn't like it. Because usually waitresses be like really like real timid and be like, oh, it's okay, don't worry about it, but he might mess with the wrong woman. And she probably gave him the business and told him, no, you're not going to do this to her. You're not going to do this. And he walked back and forth, back and forth in. And she was like, hey, she probably was trying to protect Gabby. And then Brian made sure that, okay, I got her card, probably went and stole something to see where she lived at or whatever. And, followed him or something and made sure he was going to take care of it. I don't know. I mean, people think like that all the time. They really do.
But it's just ironic. I feel like he had something to do with them two women.
Yep.
I just do.
I do too.
Some way, somehow, and they not telling us whose credit card, so it only makes sense they talking about these two women. One of them women's cards are either both of them.
Yep, it's
so
gotta
I don't
be.
know. No.
Let me see.
It only would make sense. Because you ain't talking about Gabby's credit cards. It wouldn't be no reason to talk about Gabby's.
Right, because if they together and Gabby gave him permission, even though that she's passed away, he could still say, well, she gave me permission. I didn't know she was gone. She was dead or whatever.
We use these cards together all the time.
Yeah, you can see me at the restaurant and I'm, Okay, so this article that this young lady just sent me says authorities investigating the death ruled a double homicide for Kaylin and Crystal are now presumed a new lead and asking for the community for help.
What?
So they got a new lead.
No.
Yeah. Sometimes, Miss SP, they got to talk in code. So, the perpetrator won't feel like, oh, okay, well, they got me with this. You know what I'm saying? Because they still not telling us. So
yeah, they got a new lead. They both suffered gunshot wounds and had last been seen on Friday, August the 13th.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Okay. A friend of one of them's longtime friend calls her magical, says the two women love to go camping with their pet rabbit. She received a phone call from the father in Montana when the couple had not been heard from. They said for 3 days, Shelter's father told Hunter a creepy dude had recently caused them to move their camp. Hunter
I heard that.
I didn't know that they had to move the camp.
Well, I didn't know that. But about the creepy dude.
Oh, you didn't know about the creepy dude?
No, I heard about the creepy dude, but I didn't hear about the rabbit and all of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Miss Betty.
Hey, Judge Betty.
Good evening, everybody. How are you all?
And
we're trying to make it.
Confused.
Yes, because I'm totally confused.
I am too.
Did you say they like to take that pet rabbit?
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, hey, it's okay. Whatever.
And the couple had last been seen at the bar.
Oh, wow.
In that Moab, Utah,
Right.
which is where Gabby and Brian got pulled over when the police had their video camera footage.
Yes, ma'am.
That is not a coincidence. That's too. I don't believe in coincidences.
I thought they was at the Moon Sunflower.
That was where they were first, and
they
then
didn't
they
get
went
pulled over at the
back on the
Moonflower.
road. That was where their argument took place, and then maybe it, like Trina was saying, like progressed or kept going, like he wouldn't drop it.
Yeah.
And then that was when the phone call came in that like somebody saw him hit her. But that could have been at the restaurant. Who's to say one of those girls didn't call on him? Then they take off. They're on the road. Then they get pulled over. And then we know what happens from there. They're supposed to separate. I don't know if they really did.
Me either.
And then we don't know.
Right. What you got?
I want to hear what Miss Betty has to say.
No, I disagree with you all. I believe he had something to do with those young ladies. I believe I believe that was their argument, and she just wouldn't let it go. She just couldn't believe that he had done that to them.
Remember, she said, "I just want him to shut up. I just want him to shut up."
Yes, but I think it was because she knew what he was capable of doing. That he could get that angry, you know what I'm saying? And he probably did. I believe he followed them and told her to shut up.
Either she seen it or he was explaining it to her.
He said she was.
So you think she was alive when he did that?
He was alive. She was alive.
She was.
And it ate at her. You know, I mean, if
because
you're not
she wouldn't stop crying.
No. It wasn't just about that. I believe that lady. I believe, like SP said, I believe the two ladies was at the restaurant, and at the time they were arguing about the bill. At the time, remember, they didn't have money. Right. If I remember, so. She probably the one lady probably said, "Well, we don't worry about it, girl. We got you." You know, they might even offer to pay the bill. And a person like him, he's a narcissist. You don't need you paying my bill. But then,
especially a woman,
right? And then she was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. He didn't mean it like that." You know, she was being very apologetic. But at the time, the commotion was going on. He might have slipped their card at that time.
Could be.
But I do believe she knows that she knew
that he did something to them women.
Yeah, I don't know if she knew that he had actually killed them, but I know she knew that he did something to them. And then, by her still traveling with, that's just my
It's mine too.
opinion. And then when they traveling around, they could hear that they were missing. They had not been seen. You know what I'm saying? So,
right.
But I also believe that because it's that, I don't go hiking and stuff, but I understand you can go so far up and people won't, some people live totally off the grid. I had put it in the comment that they don't talk. They don't, they don't do modern day stuff. They get enough. They pack their cabins for things like that. So I wonder, remember they said he had gone off before. Maybe he, not necessarily, he wanted to see, he looked like a person, I'm going to try this and see how long I can survive. Yeah. That's what, so I think that, but I do believe he is the culprit for them girls. I do believe.
Well, that's the second time you done heard creepy guy, because the guy that ran across him at the Appalachian Trail, I can't pronounce it right, he said he was kind of acting and weird or creepy. That's the second time the girls had told their dad. One of them say, we're going to move because this creepy guy, which they don't know if it's the person from the institute that had checked out as a doctor or something. So they don't know which one it is, but it's a lot of people. And it wasn't a TikToker that found those two girls. The dad had some of his, paintings in her shop. So he called her and asked her, could she go and look around? She's an older lady with blonde hair. And she said she don't hide, she has disabilities. But she went walking around and she ran up on one of the girls. And she said she turned her head, she didn't want to, believe that's them, but she had to make sure. And she was on the phone with one of their dads. And so, she didn't want to tell him right away, hey, I found one of them. So she called the police and she waited up there for the cops to come. And so they came and then they found the other young lady. I said, but they believe, she said, yeah, she believed that this cat had something to do with those murders too. And then remember, there was another body found, a male. So, but one of the newscasts, I heard one of the cars did belong to Gabby. And that was news, not no YouTube channel.
Okay. So who the other one belonged to? They not singing.
But if you in a, they've been together for a while or whatever, a lot of times you do give access, So I don't believe that's the card that they going after. I think it's one of them other cards.
I do too, because they won't tell whose card it is. So we can't do nothing but speculate that it's got to be one of those women.
Yeah, they say
I believe it belongs to one of the women too, because if they didn't have money to pay for their meal, it couldn't have been Gabby's card.
It couldn't have been Gabby's card.
I'm just saying, because they didn't have money to pay for the meal. And then number two, if he often women, that's probably why Gabby was so upset, because she wanted to say something, but she couldn't because she was scared. If he did that to the women and she was witness to it, she was scared. It wasn't about them fighting, because it was evidence that she was the aggressor. And she probably was upset with him because he did it, but she didn't know how to act about it. So she just cried when they got pulled over. She probably figured that they were caught.
All along.
And that's why he didn't want to press charges, because he didn't want to press charges on her, because he figured if they took her, then she would start telling about what happened.
That's why he said.
So that's why he didn't want to press charges.
Exactly.
Yeah, but it clearly wasn't her card.
Well, hold on.
Shut up. So I feel like that's what the argument was about.
It probably was. She was scared, and he was like, we're not going to get caught if you just shut up. If you just shut up. So they were fighting.
Yeah.
But then when the police pulled him over, they was like, we got.
But you see how she was holding on to her knees, everyone. That was when I used to get ready to get a whooping. I'll be holding on to my knees and begging my mom, I don't do it. And you're bent over. She was in that position. She was begging for someone to help her.
But
because she's seen the second video,
you guys don't understand something.
Wait a minute,
the lady was not dead. The ladies were not dead then. They didn't die until the 13th.
And what day did they get pulled over again?
The 12th.
Okay, guys, we need to readjust this thinking then.
Was that August
close scenario?
Maybe he was just beating again.
Still.
Beating all along.
I don't know.
No,
I don't know. The media have a tendency to lie too, so I don't know, but
because it's not making sense.
Well, they got
that part not making sense.
Restaurant.
Here's the thing: you got to look at the timeline. They got pulled over on the 12th. The 13th, these two ladies were seen at some kind of survival thing. That's what I just read. The last time they were seen was on the 13th. They were
what time you took back with her on the 13th? Remember, they separated through the night. Remember?
Maybe they met at a campground again. Maybe they happened to be at the same camp area, and he recognized them, or they recognized Ryan and Gabby something, and then who knows, did something pop off again, like he couldn't contain his anger. I believe that.
1 second, you all. This is crazy.
I don't know what y'all was talking about.
I'm just thinking because she was pretty upset. She was pretty torn. Like,
yeah,
I don't know what kind of we'll never know what they were arguing about or what they were fighting about. But that just ain't obvious that she might have been upset because she witnessed something. Right. Maybe he robbed her. Maybe he broke into their camper. Maybe he broke into their camper while they were gone, and she thought they were going to get caught. It had to have been something they was arguing about other than money, because they was broke today. They was already broke.
Yeah,
people know they broke before they get broke.
It could have been a distraction.
I'll take you to the store after I get off.
You're right. You're right, Gloria. He could have been distracting them and getting all out right while he was in the, taking the money or taking the cards or whatever.
And Gabby was scared. They had to been arguing about something serious because she was wailing, and yet he didn't hit her. She didn't have no bruises on her. She was the aggressor. But so they were arguing about something really.
I can't even make.
Did she? I said she had bruises on her.
Gabby had bruises on her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She had bruises.
I think
she had bruises right next to her neck.
On her chin and her arm.
I missed that.
But did you see
fighting back?
Did you see the second video from his side of the car?
Yeah.
Because she told the police, yeah, he did hit her. So which one is it? She was, I guess, she see that they was more leaning toward him, so she didn't want to say too much, figuring, okay, well, they'll tell him something, and they just acting like it's nonchalant. Because the officer said if they did report it, and she comes up dead, this domestic violence, and I be darned, here it go, she's dead.
Afaterica says, I did not hear that she had bruises. Afaterica. They released the second video. They say even on the second video, they show she has bruises on her. That's when she turns around and says, but I hit him first.
Yeah.
You have to go back and look at the second video of the body cam of the police officers. I don't know what Florida is doing. I'm trying to get her on here, but
I think he would. They were arguing because he was very aggressive or something he did at the restaurant that really just irritated her. He was just going on and on and on and on. And she was like, why did you treat them like,
She said you won't shut up.
Yeah. And that's what she kept saying. I just wanted him to be quiet. But like someone said, we'll never know what the argument was about because he ain't gonna tell it. And I don't think he killed him. I don't think he's dead. I think he's hiding out in the Appalachians, whatever it's called, somewhere. Because that's just the kind of person he is. And he apparently, when him and his, God forgive me, but him and his family, 23, going on a camping trip with your parents. Really? Okay.
That was a cover up.
It wasn't. I think they just, that's their child. I'm not helping you. I would have I'm like everybody said, and I'm gonna get off, but I would have asked that question. But I think somebody said this or thought this, mentioned this. I believe he prepared his parents before he came home. I think he told them.
Yeah.
I
asked if what we thought. Like, did you
some little little
something.
I don't want to say a white lie. I'm just gonna say he told a lie. He probably told them she's with her friend, or she decided to go home to her parents and for a few days, something, and then it popped out. And by the time it came out, see, they took him back to the woods, and they home, and now they are having to deal with that. I would really honestly hope that they would not be knowing that their son killed not one person, allegedly. Okay, we use the word allegedly took out 3 women and possibly somebody else.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, the guy.
Because he wanted to survive. I would want not to think that. You know, we love our children, but I'm not loving you to the point that you taking people out. So
get that right.
I believe the parents know something, because I have a 26-year-old son, and I got to talk to my son at least once a day. I'm not going. You're going to take your son camping. Y'all go together, but then you're going to leave him. Who leaves their baby?
And then the sister
made their child.
The sister, you know, that doesn't set well with me either.
Yeah, she lied.
You didn't know nothing. Now, you know, so, you know.
Isn't it that she's not talking to him or something?
She saw him twice since he came back.
Florida.
That's what the attorney said. They say that Casey had saw him twice, his sister. And she said she hadn't saw him.
Florida Williams, you got something?
I mean, I would have run away by now, because all the people in front of their house putting out laundry baskets, detergent, and dirty laundry, get clean. I was like, I would have to go. That was just too much. I'm serious. I would have had to leave. No, they getting cheap.
You say you out of there.
Yeah, dirty laundry. Gotta get clean. I said, wow. They got some imagination out there.
What would we do if we find out he right there, y'all?
I wouldn't be shocked.
But like the FBI agent said at retirement, he said he's done lost weight now, possibly because he's not eating regularly. He's eating off the berries and all that type of mess. Possibly done shaved his beard, but there was a guy really said that he ran into him on the road. He was in a white truck. That sister had a white truck. Yeah.
Could be dressed as a woman now.
I'll tell you the truth.
Well, you know, they said they done seen him a couple places.
Yeah. He's being spotted all over.
Yeah. Like he ain't got a care in the world.
He told the man he was heading here to California for his girlfriend.
Well, I hope he come to my town, because I can use that money.
Yeah,
what you said.
I'm telling. I hope he come to my city. I want that money. I'm looking. I'm looking hard. I need that money.
Dressed up as a woman.
I can use how they say it. I can use that bag right about now. I'm telling.
Trina, you bad, because I was about to say the same thing. As I wasn't right. If I wasn't scared of that money, all of that stuff, I would be hiking in the Appalachians.
Yes, man.
I'm scared of all that.
He might be dressed up as a female. That could be true.
It don't matter. I'm shaking. I'm shaking every tree. Tell me he's somewhere on this side. I'm shaking. I might even take off a couple days.
Everybody right in their face. You know.
Sitting there, he might be on his channel eating some Cheerios.
Right.
Yeah, sitting there watching.
All I know is sad, but it's true. So sad.
He might think it's a game, but it's no game when you're killing people and you kill a young lady for no reason because she saw your dirty laundry. His name is really fitting him right about now.
It ain't gonna be all that good when they slam him in that jail for life.
Right. Yeah.
Put him out there in what's it called? Population.
But it's sad to say, hopefully they got enough evidence on him, because from where I'm from, murder is the most easiest case to beat.
Right.
It's sad, but it's true. You gotta have so much evidence that it ain't even. Yes, indeedy. You gotta have so much evidence. You do. You really do. I know too many people that been assassinated or killed or whatever, and you don't have enough evidence, or you don't have no eyewitnesses, and it never fries right.
Florida, do
True
you
story.
have something to say?
Well, what I got to say is, like, I've been hearing what everybody saying on the paddle. I'm trying to say, and I can't get the word.
The panel?
Thing of it is, he could be hiding, or we don't know, and so much evidence pointing to him from the
Uh-oh. We just lost half of everybody.
It's gonna come out.
It is. It is. I'm kind of glad that we did at least find out how much is the reward. 180,000. I'm gonna try to give Florida.
Miss SP for a credit card fraud.
Yeah, it's done got crazy for credit card for
yeah.
use. It's really weird.
Ooh. Can you highlight Brandy's budget comment?
Who?
Please, Brandy's budget.
She said, what if after Brian went to the hotel, Gabby, who was uncomfortable driving, was roaming around Moab and ran into the two ladies and parked by them? Brian tracked her phone and found her there. They killed them.
He didn't have a phone, remember?
He had a phone because remember, Gabby said, make sure he charged his phone.
Yeah.
And he was like,
He
I'm
told the police he didn't have a phone.
Yeah, at first he did say something about I don't got a phone.
Yeah.
And then she said, make sure he charges his phone. He takes the charger.
Well, Gabby been covering up from the whole time.
Yeah, because she's scared.
Oh yeah.
You know, yeah.
But she was right there in the police hand.
I think what's going to happen is
that's what I would have said.
There's
He's
probably
been abusing her for a long time, and her brain and her mindset is stuck.
Right.
I don't know, you guys, but I want to know.
Go ahead, Florida.
Amber's gonna tell we can't do nothing until we find him.
No, they can go in and charge him and really get it popping, because right now they're playing games.
Yeah, because I'm lost.
I'm wondering if when they raided his parents, house, did they find any evidence of those ladies for that reward to be so high? Because that is kind of high for credit fraud.
Right.
I'm just saying, if they found a piece of ID or something that belongs to them two women, and they just not saying nothing because they don't want him to stay gone indefinitely. They want him to think it's just something so mediocre until they get him.
Yes,
I think some of her autopsy is coming out, but they're not going to say anything about it. Even the parents don't know what all that autopsy is saying. That could be the reason that reward is going up, or like you said, it could be the two women, but they're not going to tell what all she died from, what happened to her, until they get him.
All right, you guys, we've been on here an hour and 25 minutes. If you guys want to stay on the panel, you're welcome. If that's what you want to do and chit chat and talk. If not, then we're going to close this one out.
I got to cook for these big old boys I got.
Yeah, that's what I got to do.
I got 16 and 14, and they bigger than us.
Oh my!
I'm a little old person, but they big. So I'm about to cook them some tacos so they can leave me alone.
Okay. So anybody got any last words?
I do, Miss SP. You inspired me to go buy some donuts this morning.
Oh well, You're welcome. Because they sure was good.
They was good. You inspired me. I went to Dunkin' Donuts. I couldn't make it to Krispy Kreme, but I went to Dunkin' Donuts. You inspired me.
Let me go get some donuts. I'll see y'all later.
Well, this is my first time being on the panels with you guys. I love y'all.
Welcome.
Well, we love you too. I'm glad you came on.
I don't know how to join though. I learned this by myself.
Okay. Well, it takes
I gotta learn how to join so I can be a diamond.
All right.
You sound like me. I still don't know how, but I figured this one out.
Yes, I figured this one out. This one was easy.
Hey, Florida. You okay?
Well, I'll see y'all later. I want everyone to have a good night.
All right.
You too. I'm going back in the chat until you say bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, Florida. It's just me and you, Cheryl.
I know.
Okay.
It's been a while.
It has. And it is.
And things are getting crazier and crazier.
It is. And I think it's going to get more crazier. And I think if we just give it a little bit more time, I am following Dog because I think he's our best person because he's got a lot of contacts. And, you know, you have a lot of
all over the whole country.
Yeah, all over the world. And they respect him. I mean, there's some good, there's some bad in everybody. But I think he is our best choice because he got the right dogs out there, people that's got experience and everything. And
he's
I think
determined.
Yeah, he is. He's very. And
Betty says she's in the chat.
All righty.
I just want them to find him soon. And even if they do find him, I don't automatically think he's going to tell the truth.
No.
I don't know. Will he tell a version, like his own version of the truth? Will he just remain quiet?
Right. I think.
I don't know.
As soon as they find him, things gonna hit the fan.
Yeah, but what if I don't know. Do you think they're gonna find him?
Oh yeah. He'll probably walk in and turn himself in. He'll probably walk in.
Oh, I don't think that.
Oh yeah.
I wonder if his family will contact him and be like, "Come on, you gotta come."
No, he's gonna walk in after he gets some time. He's gonna walk in, turn himself in, because, you know, and then they're not gonna give him a bond because they know that he's gonna run. So he's got to make sure, you know. But once he walks in and turn himself in, that's when they're going to try to stick this on him, that on him, and never give him a bond. So he knows. It's not like, oh, I'm going to just do it today. Perk said, no, he's not. He may not never turn himself in. He may get caught out somewhere, but he will be caught. He will be caught. But if he didn't kill Gabby or kill anybody, then go ahead and turn yourself in.
I agree with Betty that he will say he had a mental breakdown. And I can say that knowing that like really happens, but I also know that people use that as a plea when really they're just a bad person.
Right.
Or did a bad thing. You know what I mean?
Right. All right. I'm finna get off of here and finish my dinner.
Thank you. The wedding is in 19 days.
Whose wedding?
Mine.
Get out of here. You kidding me?
October 23rd. Yeah.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you.
Oh, wow. Well, I hope you be happy. I hope this is the one.
Oh, yes. We were I remember the one time we had an open chat, no panel, just everyone was talking and relationships had come up, and we were talking about like the trials, tribulations, going through the fire, all that stuff. Oh yeah, that's been a thing. Okay. But thank you everybody in the chat.
All right.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
That's why I haven't been around. School started and now this.
Yeah.
So Hopefully
you ready for a whole
everything
new
goes well.
story and everything. Is this your first
Yes.
wedding?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh,
His
wow.
too, yes.
Good.
We met, I was 19 and he was 21.
Oh, really?
I'm 30 and he's 32.
Oh, really? Have y'all been dating this whole entire time?
Yes, minus a few
Years and
bumps
stuff?
in the road.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. All right. Well, we will see you again before you become a married woman. He's gonna make you a righteous woman.
Oh, yes. That's why I'm in the kitchen doing these dishes.
Oh, okay.
But I got to do the live, so I was trying to do both.
Yeah. That's why I'm trying to get back up in the kitchen because my stuff is burning. I know it is. So.
Oh, no.
All right.
Oh, yes, definitely.
Well, I'll
Thank
see
you,
later.
everybody. Well, at least I ended it on a good note.
Yes, she did.
Oh, yes, you guys are all invited. I wish SP could live stream it.
Yeah, I want to. Somebody sitting there holding the thing. Oh,
yeah.
We see my sister Cheryl getting married. You're gonna have
at least we ended.
Have a video or some pictures or something to share.
Oh, I'll definitely send some pictures. Okay. Definitely, I'll text you some pictures.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good night.
All righty. All right, you guys, we're going to end this live. I'm glad you guys showed up, and I'm glad that people are not scared to talk because that's what's going on right now. That conversation right there, Brian Laundrie, and we got to talk about it. We're not going to be the only ones in the world not talking about it because everybody's interested in it. If it wasn't, it wouldn't be there. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who this is, the wrench, but the live is over, baby. I am getting ready to get off of here. I will see you guys tomorrow for the Tuesday live with Therese. I mean, not Therese, but Therese Gibson case. You guys, we're going to get off into some of the information we need to see what we're going to do. All right.